Ajagba.
Yeah, CBN, good afternoon, ma.
Ẹ ra sá o,
Yes, ma.
a kú ọjọ́ méjì.
Adúpẹ́, ma.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ sà.
Yes, ma.
Yes, sà.
So good afternoon, everybody. I think we'll be starting.
Good afternoon, Mr. Fasasi.
Yes, ma.
Akusimieni, well done. We've been waiting for you.
Thank you for holding forth.
Thank God. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, ma.
Mr. Fasasi, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ọ̀gá mi,
àríté light yín rárá. Hope all is well, ṣá.
Mọ́tò mi sáré ni.
Ọlá máa ṣagbára dọ̀tun.
Àmín mà.
Thanks for helping us well.
No problem, ma. So I think we can start. We are like 32, Abi?
Yes, let's start.
Yes, we can start now. We are 31.
31, okay.
Your AI is the number, yes.
My
secretary. Your secretary.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everybody. So please, let us mute if we are not talking. And if you want to say anything, let's just raise our hand so that we won't take long in just clarifying the information I have. So, good afternoon, everybody, once again. So, I got a call from HOD yesterday. So, around to 12. So, he chatted me and said, "Can we talk?" And I said, yes. So, he said he knew that I wouldn't be asleep at that time. So, the first thing he told me was that all lectures must stop this week. All lectures. Whether they are through with the lectures or they are not through with the lectures, all lectures are to stop this week. Because we have approval for our exam from the VC. So all lectures are to stop this week. So I will get in touch with our lecturers. So whoever has not taken us anything is as good as not taking us at all. So lectures are to stop this week. Then secondly, all lecturers have been mandated to submit their exam questions. I think this week, possibly by the end of next week, all exam questions are to be with the HOD. So that's the second information. Then thirdly, all lecturers have been mandated to start tutorial immediately after the submission of their questions. So, and I think the tutorials will be based on the areas where their questions have been submitted. So that's from the depth of the HOD. So that people don't go beating around the bush. You know where to go, you know what to read. At least it's not like everybody that reads it will write the same thing, but at least we don't just shoot in all directions. We concentrate on the areas where the questions are likely to come from so that we can read to pass the exam. Then thirdly, on the mode of the exam, yes, because some people have been talking about MCQ only, and we try and look at all possibilities. While I was in Lagos, the HOD was in attendance at the recently concluded Andrews Scientific Symposium. So I took the better part of the time to talk to him. Then Dr. Oni was also there, so who invariably has been assisting the HOD in very good capacity. So he was also there. We talked at length, and we look at the pros and cons of certain exam. But as posited by the HOD, the mode of examination in the school is usually MCQ and theories. So, and what I learned from him is that 40% of our mark is going to come from CA and assignments, and which I believe that at least all of us would pass, if not 100%, at least 85 to 90%, at least 85 to 90% of the attendance. And then, of course, all of us have done, to a greater extent, have done our assignments. So if we have outstanding assignments, please let us find time to do them and submit accordingly. So, sorry. Then the 60 remaining mark, we have, it says something about 20% being empty. Yes, 20% of those remaining 60 will be MCQ, while 40% will be based on our theory. And our theory is going to be 6 questions to answer 4. So, and then with regards to the length of the period for the exam, after so many deliberation and trying to convince him that, like in my own station now, we have 2 of us who are there, my HOD and myself are part of this class. So if you take the 2 of us out for more than 1 week, the whole facility will be upside down. So it's not going to work for me. Well done, my assistant.
Please, ma, let's mute
My
our mic.
apologies, my apologies, I beg. I'm sorry.
Okay, we can just mute so that. So so like I was saying, the argument I put forward was that in HMB alone, we have about 25 of us or thereabouts, if not more, going in for this exam. So trying to put 25 out of about 100 people is like pulling a quarter of the whole workforce in the laboratory out. The system cannot absorb that shock for 2 weeks. The system is not likely to be able to absorb that shock. Then we also talked about, and I tried to convince them. So I tried to convince them. That what we can do is that we can try and have the exam within 1 week, at least 1 week, if we can squeeze it. So by and large, invariably, the school agreed to a 1 week. So it's going to be 7 days, 7-day long exam. I think the first day, a Saturday and another day, which he asked me to choose, though tentatively Wednesday has been choosing. The Saturday and another day, we have 3 papers, while the rest of the days will have 2 papers each. So that's going to be the structure of the exam. So on accommodation, and since the students won't be on campus as at that time, except a few of them who are going to be doing their remedial, summer remedial. So, and they are not much. So we have the camp. He has been to the camp, and camp has promised that there will be accommodations for rentage if we so choose. And the way the exam is so structured is that some of us who might be willing to go back to work, who might be mobile or want to come and sleep in Ibadan, will be able to do so because the exam will not take too much of our time. So that is how the exam has been structured. For the accommodation at the camp, there is a flat. There are flats and chalets. There's a flat with I think 3-bedroom. Yes, that's the rate per night is 10,000 per room per night. So if we are going to do 7 nights, and we want to sleep alone, we want to have and each of the room has AC, fan, and all the conveniences you can think of, and there's lights also. So if you want to take our time, it's going to cost us like 70,000 for the whole exam if we are sleeping in, and we choose that 1-room apartment. I mean, 1 room in a flat. But if we choose, there's also a bunker, like 4 people who can stay in a room. That will cost about 3,000 per night. For the 7 days, that will be around 21,000. If we choose to go the budget route. So that is that about accommodation.
Hello, I can't hear anything again. No. Okay.
I
Hello,
think that's
Mr.
your
Pastor.
network.
Can you please repeat? Yeah, I think it's my network. I didn't hear you where you said bunker. That was what I heard last.
I said there are like rooms with 2 beds, but bunkers, bunker up and down.
Okay.
So per person, so it can sleep 4 people. That's the implication. So per person will be 3,000 per night for the duration of the exam, which will be 1 week. So that will be like 21,000 per person. So that's how that one is. So the room will be like 12,000 per 12,000 per all the occupants per night. So shared among 4 people. I think I'm making sense. I'm clear on that.
Yes.
So that is how. So that's the accommodation. That's the exam. That's the modality for the exams. I have landed. Additionally, yes, before we start contributing, there's no cross carpet, You can't be in PDP and choose to go and do APC because of Tinubu tsunami. That means you are going to specialize in your own area of specialty. So, am I making sense? No, you can't change.
I can't hear you. Please repeat.
I
Hello,
said
sir.
there is no cross carpeting. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, and we understand that.
So there's no cross carpeting. So we special, this to minimize.
Chemistry will remain chemistry.
Chemistry remain chemistry, hematology,
Yes.
histopathology,
Yes,
parasitology,
that's how it will be. Since they are not giving us new
Class rep.
Yes, sir.
They are not giving us new
Please.
license.
Since the assignments
But
were
we
just coming
should
after each
be able to
lectures, can you help us with the ones that we have submitted and the ones that we have not submitted from the lecturers?
I cannot, because there are many. I will not know.
There are many.
The only class rep. The only thing I think class rep can do in that regard is maybe post, if you are able to have access to all the assignments that have been given, just post them.
Okay.
Anybody that knows he or she has not done any one of them can now go ahead and do and submit.
Even me,
You may not be able to clarify whether anybody
has
submitted or not.
I can't.
Hello.
Help us post all the assignments.
I cannot, ma. Sorry. Hello.
Class rep. Hello. Class rep.
Yes,
that's a sacrifice you have to make for
hello,
all of us.
Ma.
A very big one.
Hello, ma.
Okay,
You're
sir.
asking me to make a sacrifice. You will ask me if it is achievable. I'm not saying I cannot make the sacrifice, But like myself, in fact, it is Ms. Oketola that reminded me of an assignment which I also miss. So it's not like I'm not infallible.
Can you meet the lecturers for us?
Hello, no, the point is the ones you have.
The ones I have, I will share. So if you say
help us to post them. So
you are not getting me, my
whoever
sister.
has any, I can get you rightly that you personally you don't have all the assignments.
I mean,
but the ones you have, I know you will have majority of the assignments.
Of course, definitely.
That's one. But yes, please help us to post those ones that you have, and whoever has any additional one can also
join
post.
it. Exactly what I wanted to say.
Thank you.
The ones with me, I'll definitely post them. I'll go back through all the, at least thank
God
God,
bless you.
I will start from the inception and start scrolling.
God bless you.
So this week, I'll be posting them. Then I'll pin them over and over again so that for the next 7 days, they'll be available for us to look at. When you see a pin in anything, please let us read it. We'll pin something and people will still be asking questions about it. That's why I pinned it.
All of us are not phone literate now.
But we have children who are, please let's ask our
children. They are not at home.
Bójá àwọn student wa àwa náà ti fún wọn, this is the time to take back.
They are not at home. We can't show them
I'm even talking of our students, our interns, our coppers who are IT savvy. We can ask them.
Yes.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry, the exam is going to take place in Ibadan. Is it Ibadan or the main campus?
No. Nobody has ever mentioned Ibadan as exam center. It's going to be the school.
My hand,
that's where I didn't really get. But the accommodation is.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The accommodations.
Okay.
Because it's going to take place in the school.
Okay.
So the accommodation is available on the camp, Ajebo camp, the Foursquare camp.
All right. I got it now. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
My hand, I've been raising my hand.
Please. Sorry, please.
One after wait, let me call. Hey, we will turn this into a rowdy thing and we will be here till 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Please, let's take one after the other. My Oga, Ms. Onka, you can go, ma.
Oh, thank you. In fact, I've been feeling, I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm grateful that you have done a great job. You and all the rest of our members that have been trying to help us, cross this hurdle. Now, my question is just that, yes, you have mentioned the 10K and then that of 4 people in a bunk. But what about feeding? Is there...
No, feeding is for individuals to organize. Even if there are food on campus, it is for you to organize your feeding.
Okay, but in that
I am not sure they allow us to cook. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I don't, but there is food on campus.
Okay.
And it
so
is
that we can
cheap.
bring our gas, our 3 kg.
I don't know. I have not asked that question. No.
Please help us ask that one.
Maybe I will have to go and ask. But I think in an exam situation,
I was told they don't allow the students to cook.
In an exam situation, there is no room for you to cook. Carry your cornflakes and your choco and every other thing, bread. Put it.
Sorry, sir. I cannot
standing and geisha.
I can't do without eating about. I beg. Help us make arrangement too.
Who is drinking? Who is eating about? If you want to eat about, go to the canteen.
They sell about in canteen.
Of course, now there is solid in the canteen now.
That canteen will not go do.
If canteen no do, go to Ibadan. You can go back to Ibadan to go and eat. It's not far from Ibadan. Carry your car. You do to and fro. After all, I did more than 2. I did that for more than 4 years now. So from Oyo to Ibadan. So
we'll attend to any other question.
Okay.
Mrs. Akinleye, I think Mrs. Akinleye.
Mrs. Akinleye, ma.
Good evening, everybody.
Followed by Ms. Okoya.
Yes, thank you very much for your initiative. Actually, when I saw the 2 weeks, I was also thinking if it's going to be visible, but thank God that the school have arranged for a week. But from my own deduction, when I checked the course outline, I found out that we have 7 courses for the first semester and we have another 7 courses for the second semester, making 14. Since we are using 7 days, definitely means 2 papers will go for a day. That was why I was asking.
Hello, if you are not talking, please mute. You are distracting her.
That was why I was asking that when will the exam paper comes, the exam schedule, I mean the timetable, and the HOD said he will get back to us. So that means we are having 2 papers in a day, right?
I don't know
And
how they conclude that Saturdays and possibly a
yes,
Wednesday,
with the
we are going to have
calculation
3 papers
on Saturdays.
on Saturday, 3 papers,
Okay.
and another day that they will pick another
It
day
should be
for.
minus Sunday. So the 2
I think
papers
so.
meant for
I think
Sunday may
so.
be distributed to those 2
Yes,
days.
yes,
Exactly.
yes,
It's Saturday,
exactly.
Monday to Friday on Saturday.
So
So we
Saturday
have
is
3
going to
papers on
terminate
2
on
days.
Saturday. So Mrs.
Okay.
Akinleye, Mrs. Akinleye, you are right, and the school is equally.
From what I'm seeing, there will be paper for 2 papers in a day, including
minus
Saturday.
Sunday.
No,
Minus
there will be
Sunday.
there are supposed to be 2 papers in a day, but now we're having 6 days, not 7 days. On
Okay, we have
Monday to Saturday, that is 6 days. So if you have 3 papers on Wednesday and Saturday, that is 6 papers. So the remaining 4 days, we have 2 papers each.
And
That is
that's 8.
8 plus
That's
6,
14
that is
in total.
14.
okay. No problem. I've gotten you now. So
Yes.
All right.
please, the class rep, I will employ you to see the coordinator over the timetable. Since we are going to have 3 papers in a particular day, it's going to be nice if those papers are not too difficult or calculative
Of course,
courses.
they will know. They will know how to act.
It should be a kind of courses that
No, they will be.
we will be able
They will
to
like. They are
manage.
likely not to be calculation based.
Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀.
Any other for Kombale. In fact, I don't expect any one of us to be entertaining any fear with what the HOD has arranged so far. He has done creditably well for us. In fact, he deserves more than our applaud in his
We are not
affection.
aiming for first class, but nobody will
Madam,
get pass,
No
and nobody
cause
will
for
CA will
alarm.
get
nobody will get a
and
class.
Madam, CA and the assignment has already gotten us 40%.
That is only for
There's
those
no
who
way
are
you
doing
cannot get 20% in the remaining.
You know that we join late, and it's not all
Even if
that.
you join late,
Don't
ma,
worry, even if you join
don't
late,
worry.
don't worry, ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀.
Mr. Akinleye,
Okay,
in fact, you know your
ma'am.
own case, we still have a special debate on your own case that I have to go.
Madam Akinleye, àgbàlagbà kì í fèèlì. Just ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, àgbàlagbà kì
In
í
fact,
fèèlì.
you are always coming up on the lips of the HOD.
I understand. So the other
So
question is that exam was, according to the HOD, it is being scheduled for August 11th.
It's going to be August.
Is it still going to be that August 11th? Because I want to write
Madam,
my leave.
let's just prepare for August. Let's prepare for that time.
let's
And
prepare between August 11 and end of August. It will be that period. At least before the end of August, we are going to be done with the exam.
yes,
Why
because by
I'm saying
September
that,
they're putting out the new admission.
Before the end of this month, they will get us the timetable at least,
Exactly.
so that we can be able to apply for release and whatever that we want.
And that's why they said all lectures must stop this week. Tutorial must be next week. So you can see they are working toward the exam period.
Hello. Mr. Fasasi, I have
Hello.
reason of saying this. You know that when you started this discussion, you stated that there won't be a way that 25 people from your department will just leave for 2 weeks, even for a week.
We are not leaving for 2 weeks. 1 week there we approve because they are the one giving us. So there's no. They are the one that asked us to go and bring this thing now.
That is for your own case. That is for my own case. I'm the one doing it on my own. Nobody asked me to go and do it.
Madam,
So
go
I
and
have
collect.
I
When the
have to write
timetable
for
is
my
out, you
leave.
collect.
I have to write for my leave.
Madam
According to
Akinleye, the HOD is the one that gave me
today,
this information. I'm relaying his information. He will also give us information about the timetable. So let us take
Sorry,
it
class
easy.
rep. Madam Akinleye, at least you get a 2 weeks notice. You will get a 2 weeks notice. So I
And you
think
don't need
with
more
2
than
weeks
2 weeks
notice, you'll be
for
able to get your
your
approvals.
leave.
I want to get, because 2 weeks notice we make me to get myself out of work so that I can write my leave. 2 weeks is okay.
That's
Exactly.
what you
We
are saying.
get
2
2
weeks
weeks now.
notice,
If
you
it's going
get 2
to
weeks
be
notice.
11th, today is not even 11 yet. So we still have under 1 month.
Okay.
So chill.
Hello.
So I
Sure.
think Mrs. Okola can go on now.
Okay.
Hello.
Mrs.
I greet everybody.
Okola.
Well done.
Yes.
Ekushe. Anyway, most of my questions have been answered. The only one now that I need to talk about is, outside exams. I hope I'm allowed to go ahead.
Okay.
Is the logbook.
That's also came up, and the logbook. We are going to get the rest of the logbook because I'm going to travel to the school possibly this week and get the rest of the logbook.
Because I have the.
In fact, if I had known
you
if I had the information that the HOD, in fact, I forgot. I should have remembered that if Woju is doing something, the HOD and Dr. Oni will be there.
will have attended. I mean, will be there.
So I would have requested that he comes along
with the logbooks,
and I would have collected it from there, but it was an oversight. But I'm still going to go to the school this week and collect the rest. Okay. I learned
so
he gave two to some people from Ife. I'm not too sure who. So we have about 32 more to collect from him.
Okay. I hope everybody can hear that because people have been disturbing me about logbooks.
So let's just chill. Let's chill. We will submit the logbook after the exam.
After exams. Okay. All right. Then what about the modalities of filling the logbooks?
I think we've sorted that out between me, Mrs. Akman, and Mr. Karim.
All right.
And then I think who is also in microbiology. I think I discussed that with Mrs. Nwachuku. If I'm not wrong, ma, you're on this course. Yes.
Okay. There's no
so
problem.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out. And of course, you'll be in the know, ma.
God will help us.
Amen.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. So I think somebody else is raising his or her hand. Okay, Mr. Akinloye. Okay.
No, nobody again.
Nobody again. Okay. So, do we have any other question? The logbook owners come up and have answered it. Mm-hmm.
I have something to
Mrs. Okay, your case, yes. Let me now talk on that. The UCH case, ba?
Yes.
So, UCH wrote a letter to the management. But if you remember what I told us then, that the school said they were going to issue us letter as we want it, so that it will suit the purpose of approval. But I did not know when, invariably, UCH went ahead to submit for approval. And the management said the mode of delivery wasn't captured in that letter. So I discussed that extensively also, as it was part of my discussion with the HOD when I was in Lagos. And he said, Shebi, we discussed this, that the school will give us the letter as we want it. So he promised to talk to the admin by this Monday. And if you remember in our discussion, Mrs. Nwachuku, I said, we will go ahead with what we are doing. We still have more than 1 year for this program. So we will now get the fresh letter as it will be appropriate for us to tender for approval, which I hope we'll be able to sort out this week. And then everybody will get that letter to show that it's a part-time program, because no employer will give you approval for a full-time program while you are still working. They believe that it's either you take a study approval or you take a study leave without pay. If you are doing full-time, you take study leave without pay and go. So they will give us one that will be appropriate for us to submit to our various employer for approval purpose. So that will be issued this week. Now that we know invariably everybody that has been admitted, there is no in between again. Everybody is on their data. What do you call it? Their data bank. Yes, please.
Yes. Just to add to what the class rep said, please. That is why this program was a coordinated one. That was why individual did not just go directly, so that we can be having synchronized and harmonized information to deliver. So I think this was extensively discussed. Those majority of people joined later when we have had those discussions, and that is why we need to be getting across to the class rep anytime we need anything to clarify before we take any step. Then for the mode of delivery, so if you all check our matric number now, we will see that those of us that were not having PT attached to our matric number before, we should start checking our portal now. They have started changing it to PT. So if you still have your matric number not having PT attached to it, please kindly check and let us know so that we can be able to collate and get back to the ICT so they will be able to update that. And I believe when you are writing the approval letter, by the time you start putting PT in your matric number, or maybe you are expected to put those things, and even the new letter that will be out, if you need another letter, which the school has agreed from the day one, that whatever we need, whatever support that we need from them, for us to be able to have a seamless delivery of this and also get all the necessary approvals we need from our various employers, they are willing and ready to do it as we want it. So please let us reach out to the class rep anytime we need to clarify or need to take any step on our own or with our employer, so that we will not be having issues. So thank you.
So thank you so much, sir. Ms. Nwachuku, I think your fear has been allayed now. So by this week, hopefully, so you can now write again with the appropriate letter issued by the school to them. So at least we still so we still have 1 year to go. So I believe that even if they are doing their dilly-dally, because it took them more than 2 months to respond to the one you written. So let's give them another 2 months. If we write again this month, in another 2 months will be around September, hopefully. But I know they will not want to tarry more on it because there's already an existing correspondence route. So they want to hasten it. So hopefully, let's say by August ending, your approval should be out. And so when you are going into your final year, you are going with a mindset that once the result comes out, you're as good as crossing the hurdles that has been in your path, or it will be intentionally put there by our employers. So,
Mrs. Olorunda.
Okay, Ms. Olorunda, you have your talk, ma.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes,
I appreciate you for what you have been doing. So part of my question have been answered by Alhaji Agba, but the main one now is about that are we going to be using our old matric number for our exams, because the old one and the new one are not the same, apart from the part-time that is in front. Like my own, I have at the
Madam,
end of
I
it
checked what you sent me and what I saw on your portal and what was on that list is the same.
Not
it's not
totally
the
same. Not totally the same. The last number, it's increased now with like 2 digits. Like my own, my own was 141. Now is now 007. That is my last number.
Exactly.
So it's changed. Yes.
My own too. The last 3
digit has changed. It was 154, but now it's 029. And I've been using 154. Even this last test, it was 154. So am I still good to go? That's what I want to know.
Hello, ma.
Yes, sir.
The one on that list I shared recently is the same as the one you have on your portal.
No.
Is it not?
It's not. If you check, like now, after the test, I checked again. So I have the 2 on my portal. But you know, the new matric number, they put it there, boldly written. Your new matric number is different. The last 3 digits of my new number is now 007.
Has changed.
Why the old one was
It's also
141?
the same to me.
Okay, I will clarify with HOD. But I can bet you that once they submit, both the old and the new will still be with the HOD. So he knows
because both the 2 are still on your
And
portal.
the 2 are showing. The 2 are showing on our portal.
So don't worry
but
yourself.
One is boldly.
Ma,
whichever any one of them.
Whichever one you write.
No, it's not because of now. It is because of later. That maybe
the exam
during
is the
exam
new
time,
one that you use for the exam.
To clarify.
For the exam, you are using the new one. For the exam, you are using the new one because by that time everybody would have had the new one.
So they would have removed the old one.
Okay, so but it will not affect all what we have submitted with our matric number.
They are the one that gave the old one. They are the one that gave the new one. It's just like somebody changing national anthem from old to new.
Okay.
It has not
the
changed.
Second question, sir.
Yes,
the second question is all about our exam. That can we have the exam Monday to Monday so that we will not have any 3 in one day?
No, I don't know.
You know, it's because you are, madam. You know, be HOD. We get plenty HOD that cannot close down their offices down for so long.
For that Monday to Monday is a week now.
Monday to Saturday is okay for everybody, so that everybody can travel back by Sunday and they remove
Monday to Saturday is okay. So by Monday you'll be at work.
At work again.
Is okay.
So
let us.
Hello, fọkànbalẹ̀. That 3-day paper is not a problem.
Àti lọ fọkànbalẹ̀ àwọn ìwé kan wà tí ò wọrí mọ́ la ṣe ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Ẹ má wọrí yóò wọrí. A máa fi nígbà sí ní DSS yóò wọlé.
Ó dáa ti gbọ́.
Ọlọ́run don't worry.
Flexible system là ń lò. Ọlọ́run dá.
I didn't know there was going to be test on Friday. I got to know 5 minutes to 3 p.m. So ẹ má worry,
because you know your complaint about that test. I also tabled it. I think that was what informed of his having a meeting with them yesterday. The meeting took place yesterday. So everybody, he met all the lecturers and he gave it to them the way he wants the thing structured. Of course, we have some lecturers who are already at the way, who are already in tandem with what he wants. And we have some who he needed to, as in bring into line. Hello.
Well, the test is not bad though. We like it like that. At least they enable us to quickly go and read. But the only thing is that
yes, it
we
enables.
are just like if we can even have more, I don't mind.
So there's no wala. Let's just go and relax. And please, Emma Kaya's okay.
Any other question?
Any other question?
Exam, general question, general clarification, or whatever.
Additionally, on the registration is open now. So we can, if you have paid and you've downloaded your course registration, if you have a chance, you can go to the school and just submit for registration purpose. It's just, you are going to take your, what do you call it? The printout of your fee that you paid and the course form. We still need to go and stamp that printout at bursary.
Hello. Fasasi.
Ma?
But can they help us do that one? Must we be there in person?
No, I can't. I don't think it can be done. I don't know what. I don't think it can be done by proxy.
Please ask them if it's possible. Let's send you.
How many people will send me? So I'll stay the whole day for 60 people. Emma Pamio.
You cannot die.
I like it, Fasasi.
Omolola.
Somebody else can help us.
Okay.
All right.
Omolola.
Any other question?
Especially
Any other
àwọn
question?
obìnrin náà bá ti di grandma.
Okay, before we round up, so thank you everyone for our cooperation so far, and we really appreciate the way we've been able to comport ourselves. Like we told us from the beginning that yes, we should be as much as discreet and about the delivery of the program. You know, the school does not want us to start spreading it out as much as possible. Despite that, please, Ejo, let's mute our mic. Let's mute our mic so that those that does not understand the what is it called? The delivery of the program will not misinterpret what the angle the school saw it and the angle, the way the school have been delivering the program. So let us still keep that in mind, and so that we won't get any negative backlash from the council or feedback. So they know how to handle what is currently on ground, but if we are not so careful, because many people still not believe that this could be achieved the way we've been able to achieve it, and that is why we are not boastful, but at least the school is happy that they are supporting us, and we are also happy that we have a school that is winning and is ready to actually support us achieve our goal. So, and that is why we need to help ourselves and also help the school, so that the council will not bring up any, so that the council will not bring up any sanction on the program. So that being said, the school is also open for another batch, so which is still going to take the same model that we did the other time, not going to be any adverts, no adverts, no adverts, no adverts. It is still going to be the model we recruited ourselves, we talk to our friends, our colleagues discreetly, and get in touch. If you have anybody that is interested in the next batch, because at least we still have a lot of our colleagues with TMLS that need this conversion act program. So let's talk to them. They can reach out to the class rep, and they will be able to you will be able to tell them how to go about the registration, how we are going to do the next batch of the registration. So we've already discussed with the school, and they have agreed that we can commence recruitment for the next. But so we don't want any clash, because the last time we had to be pleading for like 3, 4, 5 times for them not to close the application portal. The plan initially was to have like 30, 40 people. So, but eventually we got to like 60, and we still have to beg. Then we had, I think, some extra after the 60. So before the school now said, no, we should close so that we can concentrate on the program delivery proper. So now that we've been able to stabilize, and we've all seen that this is actually possible, because majority were skeptical at the beginning, but now that we know it is possible, some people went to the school to whether confirm whether some people are scamming them or whatever, but at least we know that the school is fully the one delivering the school. So it was because of the approach that why we decided to do the recruitment or our coordination that way. So now that they have asked us to go and also give us the approval to move on for the next batch. So our colleagues that are still open to participate in the next batch, please, we don't want a situation whereby we'll still be asking the school to be open the registration once they close it. We don't want it to happen this time around. So anybody that is going to be interested, let's sensitize them. So once the school now open the portal for registration, then we'll know, we already have the details of those that are interested ready, then we can start going around, continue with their registration modalities and all that. So please, let's still be discreet about it. People that will know cannot really keep secret and cannot be discreet about information like this. We shouldn't tell them. Somebody was got to know recently and was accusing me that, but we used to talk now, you did not tell me. And our colleague was aware. So our colleague was there when she was saying it. So he's your colleague now. If he knew that you will be able to keep the information, he would have told you. Though the colleague did not even participate anyway. So he's ready to apply for the next batch. But at least we know people that can definitely be able to keep things like this and be able to understand the angle that we all saw it and be key into it. So please let us still continue to maintain it so that we won't get any negative feedback that will affect the school and will affect the delivery of the program, so that we can all succeed together. Thank you. So if you have questions, comments, clarification, over from me. Thank you.
So thank you so much, sir. In addition to what Alhaji Agba just told us, the admission process we agreed is going to commence rather in September. In fact, my own, if it were to be based on my own push, it should have started by, it will start by August. But I think we wanted to clear our own parts, at least so that when we are talking to people or people are talking to us, they know that, of course, we are already in our final year. So it's not like we have not done exam. We are about doing exam. So we would have cleared the exam before the application portal will be opened for the next session. So I want to implore us, if you have anybody that is interested, already people are approaching me. In fact, somebody approached me from, I think, from primary health care.
And yes, primary health care board. Yes.
And the person even told me that, yes, that she got the information from a colleague who is part of us that's in UCH. So as we are reaching out, there are so many people that need this thing. In fact, somebody called me. I think that person called me from Undo or something like that. And I also learned that, in fact, Jabu is taking a cue from McPherson. In fact, they are seriously pushing for how they can start their own too. But
they should consult us now so that we can give them the tutorial
guideline on how to do it.
Yeah, so, because they did not believe that it was going to be. It was going to work out.
He mentioned it. Dr. Oni mentioned it. But ab initio, we also approached them. But they were also
they didn't accept our terms the way we wanted it.
We approached them. We approached
so many schools, but majority of them were not really.
It's just that's why I said the HOD deserves more than applause from us.
Exactly.
So when we are through with this exam, we will sit down and see what we can do to appreciate him as a person, because he has done creditably well for us by giving us a platform to realize our aspiration. So that's about that. So when we have people, please, let's reach out. It will not be advertised. Let's just know that. You will not see it on their portal. It will not be advertised. It will not be advertised. But at least let's know that it is available and it is possible and doable. We've done it. And we want it in such a way that once we start our session, they also start immediately. because all
Yes.
the hiccups that we had have been smoothened and straightened. So we don't expect all this teething stage or numbing stage or forming stage to come again come the next session. All those have been taken care of. So we expect that everything should just be, numbing, and everybody should just go on with their program. Come October. By October, hopefully, we are in our final class, God willing. And come April next year, everybody is through and out of the program.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You
Thank
have your
you.
answer again. All right, man.
Yes, my question now is on, like, since they said the lectures should finish this week, is it possible that we finish all the lectures?
It is like I told you, he said, irrespective of whether they are finishing or not, wherever they stop, and they will set their exam based on where they stop, and they will also do their tutorial based on what we've been taught. So I think that answers the question.
Ma, like I said, hello for Kambale. So the HOD knows that we are all his colleagues, and it is not that we don't know what we are being taught. So it's just few things that are new in what we are being taught. So whether any lecturer has finished or not, it is no issue. So it is whatever they have taught that they will ask. So nobody will go beyond whatever he has taught. So, and that is, and for us to go through all the component of the program, not necessarily finishing all the lecture. So there is no problem about that. Nobody can come and teach you anything again that you don't know. But it's only it is not possible for the school to just say, come and take this certificate without going through all the rigors or the processes that we are going through. So they know even if they offer you the certificate, you can defend it anywhere. But it is not possible. We all just have to go through the processes and follow all the rigor. So that is why we are going through this. And we shouldn't entertain any fear of whether we've done with any lecture or any lecturer is going to sanction or do anything to anybody. They are all our colleagues, all our friends. Ms. Nwachukwu.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you all for everything, for all your efforts in making this program so easy and smooth. Please, the logbook we are supposed to submit. When are we supposed to submit? Is it before or after the exam?
After
the
the
exam.
exams. Yes, after the exams. But everybody will definitely get it before the exam, but it's after the exam that is going to be submitted.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question, clarification, advice, information, or what have you? We've already spent 3 minutes beyond 6. So in the next 5 minutes, so we started around 5:10. So in the next 6 minutes, we're going to round up. So if you have any questions to ask again, so in the next 6 minutes, let us use that.
And if any question come to mind after this meeting, you can
chat the class rep privately. Or if it's something that you can post on the group, fine. But if you think it is something that you need to ask privately before the class rep can address it on the group, you can reach out to him privately first. Ms. Akinloye. Ms. Akinloye, your answer. Mrs. Akinloye, you want to ask any question?
Maybe she unintentionally raised her hand.
I think it was an error. Any other question? So if there is none, so class rep, you can close the meeting.
Okay. So I want to thank everybody for attending the meeting, even as it is at short notice. So if there's any other further development concerning the class, yes, ma'am.
God bless you, our class rep.
Amen,
God bless you.
Amen.
God will continue to strengthen you. You will not fall sick. Oh.
Amen, amen,
Amen.
Alaji Agba, God bless you.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma. So if there's any other development as it comes, I'll let us know. So thank you.
I'm sorry.
Miss Olonda.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. What's the question?
Emma Bino, sorry, I'm very sorry for bringing
us back. No. Ask the question.
I just remember now that based on our tutorial question that will be giving us, please, we wouldn't mind if we can discuss it together. Maybe there's somebody that have done his or our own, maybe the question, he has solved it, we can at least share it together, and it's part of reading, and it helps people like us that we cannot cram.
Okay, that's
my.
Sorry, I'm in a noisy environment. So that would be based on the tutorials that have been given, isn't it?
Yes,
hello?
sir. I said when they've given us some, like Dr. Akman have given us, I think, about 10, 12 questions. And I believe that some of our colleagues have solved them. They can as well, maybe we will have a day where we will discuss such together. It's used to help. And such will not leave your brain on time. Unlike the one you sit alone and read and sleep, like Mrs. Akilo used to sleep when she's reading.
Let's see the organized tutorial from the school.
Serious. Ẹ fún ní query tó bá ti dọ̀la, Mrs. Akinloye. Mrs. Akinloye, ẹ fún ní query tó bá ti dọ̀la.
Ẹ má gba query lọ́la ni.
Ó máa gba query láàárọ̀ ọ̀la.
Ẹ jẹ́ má fọ́n rẹ̀ mi query o.
Ẹ ṣé jàre, thank you very much. Alhaji Àgbà, ẹ má ṣe mí. Mo rí Mrs. Akinloye tí wọ́n sùn ní last week, ọjọ́ Friday, half oorun, half ìwé ni wọ́n fi ṣe.
So
discussion would have been better for her. Like her own now, if she's able to maybe discuss and all those, she wouldn't be sleeping.
So what will happen is that let's wait for the school structured tutorial first.
Yes,
so
yes.
We see the structured tutorial, thereafter we will now know whether we will organize ours or not. So let's still hold on. Let's still hold on and let the school do their own, and then we'll take it up from there.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So if there is no further information, discussion, addition, or whatever, I would like to call this meeting to a close. So anybody else who have any further information needs or clarification needs, you can always reach me via DM on WhatsApp. So thank you very much. So ẹ jẹ́ ká pàdé lórí school WhatsApp group for any further discussion. And if it's something we cannot discuss there, you can DM me for clarification. All right. So good night, everybody. Have a restful night.
Good night.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my chairman. God bless you, everyone.
Amen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.